Hi everyone, welcome back to the Top Percentile YouTube channel. I am Aditya Sridhar and आज के वीडियो में we have a very special guest. We have Omkar, who is a student of the JBIMS batch of 2027. And ओमकार की जर्नी बहुत ही ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग है. Many turns he had to take to finally reach JBIMS. So he's going to tell us more about that. So Omkar, firstly, thank you so much for being here. And how did it feel getting into JBIMS and getting into that red building?
Thank you for inviting Aditya. I'm really excited. So the feeling was surreal. I was in disbelief. I will tell you the backstory of it. So I was in IIM Trichy. Uh, the midterms were over, and it was evening of 11th August. Just at the top of my mind, I thought of going to the CET website to check the results. And when the results came, I saw my name on the bottom of the list of the All India candidates. So I was really excited. The first thing I did was to call my parents. I called my parents. I couldn't see them in person, but I could feel their happiness and the pride in their voices. So they were also very excited. I told my roommate and my other friends in Trichy, all insisted me to join JB, and I also was of the opinion that I should pursue to go to JB. I immediately booked the flight that evening, landed in Mumbai, then took admission in JB, and thereafter I continued my journey in JBIMS. Yeah.
Amazing. So a lot of people don't know that you had joined IIM Trichy, but उसके पहले भी बहुत कुछ हुआ है. तो tell me how this journey to JBIMS started and where all did it take you before you finally got into JBIMS?
Okay, so I will talk about my engineering. So I had done my engineering from Xavier Institute of Engineering in information technology. Way back in 2021, I graduated. After that, I joined Mindtree as a .NET developer and then later moved to Pytechnics. With over 2 years of experience, I decided to pursue MBA. I had a strong pull towards it. I dedicated myself completely into MBA entrance exam. The first cycle, that is the 2023 cycle, I appeared for CAT and other OMETs. Didn't quite go well with me. I converted NIBM in 2024 through CMAT, but I was of the opinion that there's still something more I can do it, and that conviction and belief was there. In fact, my mother had more conviction and belief than I did, so she supported me, and then I tried to pursue एक साल दिया MBA एंट्रेंस के लिए, और फिर नेक्स्ट साइकिल में मुझे बहुत ही अच्छे परसेंटाइल्स आए. सब्सिक्वेंटली मतलब 97.26 कैट में आए. देन आई also gave CMAT, CET, MAT, and in all exams I was above 99 percentile. In MAT particularly, coming to MAT, I scored 99.99 in December attempt. I didn't know that I could get into JB at that point of time, just that I was sure I am in line with making into JB. So then what I did was I continued my prep to CET, and I scored 99.85, just short of the JB cutoff for Maharashtra candidates. Meanwhile, there were CAT interviews as well as SNAP interviews. I cleared SCM HRD as well as many new and baby IIMs. I decided to join IIM Trichy. I spent 2 months there, and then I got into JBIMS. So now I'm currently pursuing JBIMS, first year MMS course.
Amazing. And so that's what, guys. Omkar is one of the students who has made it into JBIMS through MAT. And MAT से अगर आपको जाना है तो you have to basically get All India Rank 1 in MAT. And आपको percentile में आपको स्कोर लाना पड़ेगा 99.99. उससे कम से नहीं होगा. So that should be your target. And Omkar was a TTB student. So Omkar, how was your experience with the top percentile?
It was fantastic. To sum it up, I had purchased the full course of TTP, and it had included tips and tricks of all the sections, that is VARC, LR, DI, and QA, and even abstract. So, if you want to speed up your calculation, which is very necessary in UMETS, CET, MAT, and snap like exams, you need to be aware of the tips and tricks of the exams and the nuances of the exam. So for that, there is special curated lectures and guides which are available in the TTP website, which I referred to. And also I had purchased the physical copy of RS Agrawal, so I used to solve that every day for like 3-4 hours daily. And so that was my preparation strategy, which helped me. And there was something special about TTP, which was the mentorship program, which I think is the standout for the course, because it has the students of JBIMS who have recently cracked the exam, who mentor you, and they not only guide you about how to approach the exam, but they also share you the tips and tricks and the strategy that you must entail so that you maximize your score. So this is one of the key USPs of TTP that helped me a lot while improving my scores. And in actual exam, the results were amazing.
Acha, who was your mentor, if I can know?
Vashil was my mentor.
Acha. So shout out to Varshil. He has mentored students into JBIMS. And so talking about Matt, Omkar, what was your preparation strategy for Matt?
Okay, so for Matt, exactly you need to know the exam because it's a bit different from any other exams that you encounter. It has 5 sections in it. The QA, LR, DI, and VRC are the regular 4 sections. It has one section which is Indian and global environment, which is different and it is specific to math. So to get a 99.99 percentile, you must focus on these 4 sections as well as the Indian and global environment. So what I did was I prepared for CET because CET and MAT has the same structure for those 4 sections. In fact, MAT is a notch down. If you encounter questions from MAT, they are easier than CET. For Indian and global environment, what I did was I read Economic Times daily, and I used to write down the key financial news, acquisitions, or maybe some mergers or any regulatory news that the Indian ecosystem had. So these all points I used to write down daily in my diary, and let's say 1 week before, I used to revise all those points, and then I would go to the exam using those strategies. I would not specifically practice more on QA, LR, DI, VRC because I was in that mode all the time, right? Because I was preparing for CET, SNAP, CAT. The only section I would focus on while giving MAT specifically was Indian and global environment, because if you score a good marks in that, you are sure to get 99.99. That said, you also score a 99 percentile above in individual sections, all of them, QA, LR, DA, VARC. So that was my strategy for preparing for MAT.
So guys, the takeaway is MAT के लिए for the 4 sections कुछ separate strategy के लिए जरूरत नहीं है. If you are someone who's preparing for CAT, CET, all the exams, it's going to be the same. And level of difficulty in MAT is lower. तो कुछ भी अलग करने की जरूरत नहीं है. But if you want rank 1 in MAT, you have to give extra attention to Indian and global environment. And what the math topper has done is consistently read news, made notes of the news, and revised it before the exam. So this is one tip that you should do if you want to score well in math. इसके अलावा ओमकार, is there anything that you think separated you from the rest? Because again, math में margin for error is zero. JB में जाना है तो rank 1 लाना है. I personally have taken math couple of times, नहीं हो पाए. तो what is that separates uh, rank 1 in math?
So as I said, you need to know your exam well. Uh, and for that, you need to take or practice more. And you need to read news as well as write it down in your diary and revise it 1 or 2 weeks before exam, because math is not that difficult exam, and even the competition is less. For CET, like there are 1.5 lakhs aspirants. In math, there are approximately 10 to 12,000 aspirants. So, securing a rank 1 in math is not that difficult with right approach and consistency. So, I will mention my attempt strategy for math. So I would divide my timings. So this exam is of 120 minutes and 5 sections of 30 questions each. And there is a negative marking. So you need to be careful while attempting questions. So I generally go with Indian and global environment first. So in that, it's either you know the answer or you don't know the answer. And those 30 questions can be done in 5 minutes. So that will give you initial boost, right? After that, then I moved to QA, which is my comfortable section. I generally give it around 30 minutes for 30 questions. Uh, then I moved to LR, and in LR, the section is very easy. The puzzles are very easy. There are arrangement-based puzzles, the syllogism, direction, sense, and blood relations. Everything is very easy, a level down from CET, so you can score 30 on 30 in LR. Then I moved to DI, which is a calculation-heavy section. So there are like 5 or 6 sets, and 3 or 4 sets are uh, I would say they are easier to calculate, and you can do it then and there. For 1 and 2 sets, what I would do is I would then go rush to the VRC section and do all the RCs and the vocabulary questions, parajumbles, odd man out, and then come back to the DI section and attempt the rest of the sets. Uh, so that was my attempt strategy, and uh, you can reorder according to your strengths. What are your strengths? But I would say that keep the Indian and global environment section at the top, because it will give you the initial confidence and boost, and you will know that how much time is remaining for rest of the sections to attempt.
Got it. So, guys, this was the attempt strategy of the मैथ टॉपर. अगेन थोड़ा वेरी हो सकता है आपके स्ट्रेंथ्स या वीकनेसेस के हिसाब से, बट दिस इज वन स्ट्रेटेजी दैट मे बी यू कैन ट्राई आउट बिकॉज इट हैज वर्कड. So Omkar, final advice to students who are aspiring for JBIMS. We know about your journey that started at NIVM, and then you said no, you wanted to aim higher, and that you had joined IIM Trichy. You didn't know that if you'll make it to JBIMS or not. तो आफ्टर गोइंग थ्रू ऑल ऑफ दिस, अभी जो स्टूडेंट प्रिपेयर कर रहा है, व्हाट इज योर एडवाइस टू दैट स्टूडेंट?
So my advice would be to be consistent in your preparation. Trust the process. It's very important. Even if you fail or have a bad exam, don't get intimidated by it. Uh, I had that moments in my life, those 2 years, and there were dull moments. I had cried after giving 1 or 2 exams, but that was limited to 1 or 2 days. But then again, I stood up and I consistently prepped for other exams, hoping that I would make it big in one of the exams, and that happened. So trust in yourself and be consistent. That's my advice to all the aspirants aiming for JB or any other college.
अमेजिंग अमेजिंग एडवाइस। ओमकार की स्टोरी से मेरे को दो चीज बहुत इंस्पायरिंग लगी एंड आई वुड अर्ज एस्पिरेंट्स टू फॉलो दिस। पहली चीज, गाइस, अगर आपको लग रहा है जो आपने कॉलेज कन्वर्ट किया हो, आपको अगर योर सेटलिंग एंड आपके अंदर पोटेंशियल है टू डू बेटर, प्लीज डोंट सेटल। वो रिग्रेट आपको 5-10 साल बाद होगा कि यू हैव डन बेटर। इफ पेरेंट्स आर नॉट सपोर्टिंग, ट्राई टू कन्विंस देम, ऑब्वियसली वो दे वांट द बेस्ट फॉर यू। तो प्लीज डो नॉट सेटल। सेकेंड चीज है कि रिस्क थोड़ा डाइवर्सिफाई करना पड़ता है। प्लीज, आई नो दैट अ लॉट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स जस्ट फोकस ऑन सीईटी, बट बहुत अच्छे कॉलेजेस है अक्रॉस इंडिया एंड यू शुड टेक कैट, स्नैप, सीमैट, ऑल दी अदर एग्जाम्स, ताकि एक तो आपका रिस्क कम हो जाए। यू आर नॉट फोकस, तुम्हारा फ्यूचर इज नॉट on just one day and one day ka exam performance. So this would be my takeaway. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys. I hope this interview was inspiring and helpful for everyone who's preparing for CMAT, MAT, and aspiring for JBIMS. Thank you so much for watching.